Hey guys, I'm Nat.
And I'm Ashton.
And we are the Nerds in Flannel.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Today we are doing a very well thought out topic that I definitely did not just come up with less than a minute ago. We will be talking about, it might be a bit of a shorter episode, we're talking about our favorite superhero video games.
Oh my goodness, that's easy. It's
easy.
Totally Lego Batman.
The first or the second?
Actually, no. I don't
or the
know.
third. I forget. I keep forgetting there's a third.
There's too many.
I never got to the third.
I'm eating soup because I'm hungry.
Good soup.
Good soup. Wait, do you eat soup or do you drink soup?
Oh, frick.
Because it depends on the consistency of the soup. Like this is like a Thai chili soup. So this is more of like, this would be more of a soup. So I guess you would drink the soup?
But do you
drink
the chunky parts?
No. I think the proper term is like consume
soup.
Consume soup.
Dang, I remember having a whole debate about this, and I forget what side I was on.
Now is soup a smoothie? No, I'm kidding.
Only if you get a bubble tea straw.
I have one over there.
Hey yo, I keep one in my bag at all times.
Oh gosh.
Just in case.
Anyways, superhero video games.
Cool. Wow, that was a rabbit trail. Let us know if you want a bubble tea episode.
Dude, we should do a bubble tea. Dude, I can't have bubble tea though.
Oh, true. I'll talk and you just salivate.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, superhero video games. Honestly, I think any of them are game to pick from because there's just different genres. Unless there's.
I'm gonna start off. Spider-Man PS4.
Okay, kind of knew it.
Yep, that game's so good. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
I currently have not played Miles Morales yet, but the first game's so good. Like, oh, I love that game so much. I try to replay it like once a year because it's just so good. And plus, I'm a big Spider-Man guy. You guys knew that, so.
Yeah.
The story. I think the story is the best part about that game. Just the way it tells like a very like. A small scale story for a Spider-Man story, but it has a lot of heart because Aunt May dies,
spoilers.
Spoiler alert. which is why I think like Spider-Man No Way Home was really big for that.
If you haven't seen it yet, screw off.
Yeah, dude, it's been like how many months? I've seen the movie 9 times. Okay, yeah. No, when Aunt May dies, I think, and that's like the end of the game. That's like very very end of the game. I think that just hits home with the story because Peter Parker is trying to like save everyone, but he can't save everyone, and that's what he tries to deal with in the game. The web swinging probably the best in any game.
Oh,
dude, it feels so good. Apparently it feels better in Miles Morales, but I'll have to try that out. Is Miles Morales for the PS4 too?
Yeah, they have a PS4 version.
Might have to.
Dude, they had it at Willow for like $45.
Oh really?
Yeah,
dude.
Might have to.
Okay, Ashton, what's your pick?
Dude, I mean, Spider-Man PS4, great game. Nat lent this to me like last month. He lent me his whole PS4, and I finished the game in 2 days.
What a nerd! What a nerd!
I got no homework done over that course of time. Yeah, great game. I love pretty much everything about it that Nat mentions, and I haven't played Miles Morales either yet, but we'll do that eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. My next pick here is gonna be Batman Arkham City.
Ooh, Arkham City.
My favorite of the Arkham series, and I think it's many other people's favorite too. Arkham City, dude.
That's a good game.
What to say about it? Like, okay, if you have played any of the Arkham games, that's probably like they're super comic accurate to how Batman is.
Yeah.
Batman's voiced by Kevin Conroy. We have the Joker voiced by Mark Hamill. And Perfect casting. And the synopsis of that story is like after the events of the first game, Arkham Asylum is destroyed, so they kind of cordon off part of Gotham City to be sort of Arkham City. Bruce Wayne is rallying. I forget if I think he's against it because he doesn't want bad guys to like be roaming around Gotham. More work for Batman that way.
Exactly.
And he gets kidnapped by Hugo Strange, and pretty much breaks out and gets his Batman stuff going and kicks some butt. There's a huge twist in this game where at the end Joker dies. Mm-hmm. He had this like big ol' Bane sort of Venom thing going on for him in the first game, and he ends up just kicking the bucket at the end of the game from a blood disease that came from that. And yeah, it was really big. I actually didn't know that this was coming, and I played this game years after it released.
Such a good game.
So that twist was still really new for me. And also, just like when I think about a video game, I also take into consider the arts, like the posters and everything for it, and the music. The music in this game was like really Batman-esque.
Dude, that game came out 11 years ago.
Dang, that's insane, actually.
Dude, I feel old.
It holds up so well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but just like the white poster of Batman, like all white, but like there's that splash of blood on his fist.
Oh, so good.
Every time I think about it, I want that on my wall.
Dude, that'd be good on the wall.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about Arkham games, I really like Arkham Origins.
It's underrated.
Underrated. I think it's one of the games that people often overlook, just because like it wasn't that big. Like people didn't seem to like love it as much as City and Asylum, but Origins took in a different route. A much more like this is the Batman where it's like he's like insane at like fighting and stuff.
He's just getting started.
Yeah, and then he fights Deathstroke in that game.
Such a cool fight scene.
If you man, I can't talk today. if you like watch that like short, like animated CGI short with him and Deathstroke fighting, that's what sold me on the game.
Yeah.
Because just watching that was probably like the best cinematic in a video game for a while. I think the best cinematic for a video game so far ever is that Halo 2 or 3 cinematic.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's Halo 3.
Halo 3?
Yeah, no. Is it the one where he's returning the rocket?
Or no, it's a different one.
Okay.
It's like kids are dying and like
yeah, Halo 3.
Okay, Halo 3. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, Arkham Origins. No, that was my first Arkham game actually.
Okay.
It picked up for like $5 from like Walmart for my Xbox 360, and I played the crap out of that game. I think I still have that game. I should play it again. Yeah. I don't want to say too much about it because it's an Arkham game.
Yeah.
If you haven't played it, you should play it. Yeah, actually, another one for you.
Yeah, going along with this whole Arkham thing, I really enjoyed Arkham Knight.
Let's just talk about. I
think we're just talking about Arkham games at this point. Arkham Knight, phenomenal game, dude. Mm-hmm. I actually just replayed this last week on like the extreme mode or whatever it's called.
Oh, the hardest difficulty?
The hardest difficulty. Yeah. So in that one, it doesn't give you warnings when the enemies are about to attack, because usually you see like a hazard sign over their heads. So it gets rid of that, ups the difficulty, but you have to be a lot more strategic and sneakier. And dude, sometimes, I mean, similar to the whole like just picking up Spider-Man to swing around the city thing, sometimes I'll just pick up this game to like glide around Arkham as Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm
Avengers.
Yeah, they kind of tried to readapt Death in the Family. There's Death of the Family and Death in the Family. I think Death in the Family is the one where Jason Todd kicks the bucket.
Yeah, I think so.
And for this game, the big twist was that the Arkham Knight was Jason Todd. He was one of the Robins. And yeah, it was honestly just people found that controversial. I know like the PC release had a lot of problems at launch.
Yeah. And
this game tanked in reviews for a little bit just because it was hard to run. Actually, my Xbox still had some problems running it all these years later. So there's still some problems.
Yeah.
But overall, I think the story and just the freedom it gives you as Batman really makes up for it. And a lot of just the open worldness, exploring all of Gotham. A lot of the side missions too. I just got the DLC for this game as well. It was like $4. So I've been playing the heck out of that. Yeah, super, super great game.
Another game I want to talk about also has Batman in it, but it's not a Batman game.
Ooh, I think I know where you're going with
It's Injustice.
Yep.
The first one.
Okay.
Man, I remember, I begged my parents for me to buy that game because, it was like 2012 or 13, and I wasn't a teen yet. And then they saw like the T rating on the video game. They're like, "You can't get it." And I begged my parents, and they broke, and I got it.
Hey.
No, it was that game's so much fun. I remember not being like into fighting games at all. Probably the closest to fighting in my played was like Smash Bros. But that game's so much fun. Oh. Like I just love like when you can like fight against people who like you don't think would fight against each other.
Yeah.
Like you can have 2 Wonder Womans, 2 Batmans. Freaking Blue Beetle was in the sequel.
Yo.
It's a really fun game. I remember just picking it up, playing the story mode, like finishing in one day. It's not that long actually, so you could do it in one day. But I think just playing it with friends is probably the best part.
Yeah.
Dude, if they come out with another game for like the PS5, that will look so gorgeous.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my next one.
It's definitely a game that benefits from a fight stick, though.
Yeah, that's true. If you try with a 360 controller, good luck.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard.
It's really hard. I played these on Xbox One, and it is such a pain in the butt sometimes. But, like, I think they had a PC one. Dude, they released these games on mobile, too. Like, a very watered-down version of them, but... Though. Yeah. Also, the story, dude. They even, like, made this huge comic series.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember
go along
that.
with it. Mm-hmm. And, honestly... one of the biggest, I think, like, comic lines in a while. You just get, like, an evil Superman, but then there's also just a moral conflict. Do you agree with... It's like Civil War, but, like, higher stakes.
Didn't Superman melt Joker's face off?
I think he ripped into his body and pulled out his heart.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, that was brutal.
Yeah. They adapted this into an animated movie, too.
Yeah, I saw that. It was actually not that bad. Yeah, it's very good.
Dang. Well, yeah, I need to check that out.
Yeah.
I remember even before I played these games, I watched the cutscenes, just compiled into like mini movies.
That game's so good.
So good. Yeah. Yeah. Next up. Okay, this is a little bit of a cheat.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit of a cheat.
I'll allow it.
So, do you remember Disney Infinity?
Sure. I have that game still.
Yeah. So the only reason I'm picking this, that game honestly was like a steal. Like they robbed you, dude. If you wanted to play different levels, you had to buy the playsets for it, and the playsets could be pretty pricey. But I remember getting 2 after 3 was released, and everything was kind of cheaper for that. So I got the Spider-Man pack and the Avengers pack.
Yeah. And
dude, just swinging around as Spider-Man in that game, it's actually, and especially if you go into the toy box mode.
Oh, toy box is the funnest thing ever.
It's so much fun. Honestly, like, I killed hours in that game just swinging around. Similar to, like, the whole PS4 thing. PS4 did it way better.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, like, it's a bigger world and everything. But up to that point, I think that was one of the best web-swinging mechanics we had.
Yeah. No, it's a really good game.
Yeah. You can find them super cheap now. So if you want a good game for like just a couple dollars, there you go.
Yeah.
But also, if you care about the environment and e-waste, maybe don't.
Another game that I want to talk about. We talked about it before on this podcast.
Okay.
And it's Batman again. It's the Batman Telltale game.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my gosh.
How do we forget about that one?
Yeah. How the frick?
That's like an Arkham game, but like with a slightly better story, I think. Yeah. I would say it's slightly better.
Yeah. Big twists.
I love Telltale games.
Same.
You guys don't know what they are? They're like choose your own path type of game.
They're pretty much just interactive movies.
Yeah, which I think is great. Like,
yeah.
I love doing that because like being able to like change things and have things go differently every single playthrough, it really adds to the replay value. And that story is so good. And I love the animation style. It's kind of like this like 3D drawn art type of thing, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, before you say another one, I might as well just hop into another one.
Okay.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah. 2. Those are fun.
Yeah, no. I had it for the 360. Most of these games I played on 360. This game's a lot of fun, especially playing with the 4 other friends and just like going around and smashing up some goons. Honestly, super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's another fighting game, but like honestly, there should be more superhero fighting games.
There should.
I want to see, dude. I want to see skins made for like modders to do like superhero skins on Smash.
Yeah, dude, bring freaking Spider-Man into Smash. Sakurai, get on that.
Dude, like an Iron Man skin for Samus.
Ooh,
that'd be pretty dope.
That'd be really cool. Never gonna happen.
Probably not.
Never ever gonna happen. But
yeah.
we wouldn't say no.
We wouldn't.
No, we would not.
It's definitely more of a Western thing, I think.
But... Yeah, it's not... People in Japan wouldn't, like, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, I have one. This is a very lesser known superhero game, but it was my first ever superhero game on a very underused platform, but I think a lot of people within our age group might have known about it. Leapster. I had this Batman Leapster game. It was based off of... Leapster. It wasn't based off of, like, the animated series, but it was the one that came after the animated series. Like the refresh with the new actors. I know what you're talking about. Shut up, Siri. Sorry, my Apple Watch just went off. Yeah. Dude, I killed hours playing that game. Honestly, probably one of my most top played games ever. Just, like, going through... And it was, like, a math game, too, dude. Like, I got so good at basic math from that game, just from hours of playing it. You would have to solve these math problems as, like, the detective part of the story. But then you would also go in and kick some butt. And it was a really great mix for a kid. A lot of, like, good villains. So Joker was, like, the big last villain. Firefly, that was my first exposure to Firefly. I think Mr. Freeze is the one. Yeah. I think the Riddler might have been in there as well, and I think Catwoman as well. But yeah, great games. Or great game. Very under.
Actually, I have one more.
Okay.
I have one more, and then I'm pretty much tapped out.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about a bad superhero video game.
Superman for N64.
That too, but like that was restricted by the technology.
Yeah,
I think like they tried really hard to make that game really good. I have played that like on the original 64 controller. It ain't it.
Dang,
that is not it.
Remaster.
But the game I want to talk about, it's actually Marvel's The Avengers.
Okay.
So I played this game. I had this game for the PS4. Had is a very strong word. I had this game. It was like $10 on the eShop. I mean, PlayStation Live Store, whatever you want to call it. So I bought it. What the heck? This game's so clunky, and I know like people have talked about a lot about this on YouTube and other platforms, but like it bears repeating that like the microtransactions like kind of destroy this game. But with the new updates with Hawkeye, I might pick this game up again and start playing it. I did like uninstall it, so I would have to like buy the DLC and like replay the game again.
That sounds like a hassle.
But it is a big file too. But whatever.
Yeah.
I got 5 terabytes. I'm not concerned. Yeah, no, this game, like people were looking. So it was like right after Endgame, and they're like, we're gonna release this big video game with Square Enix. It was pretty bad. Like it's not okay. It's not a bad. It looks good, but there's like glitches and stuff, and like controls are slightly clunky. The story's not there. But dude, that first fight scene with Taskmaster on the bridge was pretty sick.
Dude, I've been tempted to pick this one up, but here's my problem. They definitely preferred developing this for PS4.
Yeah.
Like, even the Spider-Man DLC, and I get it, Spider-Man's owned by Sony, but that's a PS4 exclusive.
Get wrecked.
And I'm an Xbox guy. So
PlayStation Master Race!
Hey! My biggest problem is when you make exclusivity like that with a character that everyone wants to play as, it's just selfish at that point.
Ashton just salty.
I'm salty about Spider-Man PS4 not being on Xbox too, but that's
wait. So topic. Is there an exclusive guy from Xbox?
No, there isn't.
Yo, oh my gosh. Okay, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's when it gets bad.
I mean, like Microsoft doesn't own any Marvel heroes, but like, dude, like Sony, have a heart.
Wolverine. I don't know who's.
Yeah, man. That's just one thing. I don't want to support a game that's kind of just like greedy, and also. It doesn't run as good on it doesn't run good at all, but it doesn't run as good on Xbox, apparently, I've been told.
Yeah.
So it just seems like it'd be more of a headache for me to buy. But maybe if I end up getting a PS4 one day, I'll indulge, but there's also just that principle too. We'll see. PlayStation, be nice. Sony, come on.
Yeah. Ashton, do you have any other video games?
Um, yeah, I have a couple that I'm looking forward to.
I think I know what they are.
Yeah.
Is one of them Gotham Knights?
That is one. It's not as high on the list as some of the other ones. So, the Suicide Squad one being developed by Rocksteady.
Yeah.
So, for context, Rocksteady is the developer that did Arkham Asylum, City, and Knight. Warner Bros. Did Arkham Origins in-house, but they still kind of put that together.
Yeah.
It feels like an Arkham game, so it's good.
It's fine.
But they are doing a new Suicide Squad game, and it's called, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. The trailer looks so good. Mm-hmm. The voice acting is on point from what I've seen, and the gameplay looks incredible. You get to just it's exactly what it sounds like. You have to try to defeat the Justice League as the Suicide Squad, and it just sounds like it's going to be one heck of a time. I think it takes place in Metropolis too, or at least that's part of the game. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm really looking forward to kill Aquaman.
Yeah, we can't have any of that bestiality with the fish.
Protect the fish.
Protect the fish. Protect the fish. Peacemaker joke. Dang
it.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And then, as Nat had mentioned, also Gotham Knights. That one looks interesting because you just get to play as, Batman's out of the game pretty much. He's supposedly dead. So you're playing as, Nightwing, Tim Drake, Jason Todd, and Batgirl. Yeah. Is Nightwing in it? I think Nightwing's in it. Yeah. I thought that game was supposed to come out, the end of last year.
It was.
COVID. Fair enough. I really hope they still make that one accessible for the older platforms like they were intending. But
they're not. They're just going to put it to PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Yeah, probably. Might have to pick up a Series S then. I don't know.
Yeah, might have to pick up a PS5. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So that game looks really good. And then, do you want to talk about the big PlayStation releases?
Which one are you talking about?
Wolverine and Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you go first.
Okay. So there's also another Sony exclusive. I don't know why this is a Sony exclusive, because Sony does not own the rights to this game.
I don't.
Or to this character, but yeah. Wolverine. So I'm a little upset that this is an exclusive, but I get if they're trying to build this big video game universe.
He's just salty that he doesn't get to play all the good superhero games.
I'm so salty.
Get wrecked. PlayStation Master Race!
Superhero games. Superhero characters are for everyone, so superhero games
No,
for everyone.
Superheroes are only for PS4 players.
Whoa.
Only PlayStation guys, man.
Fight me. So they're doing a Wolverine game, and they released a little teaser for it a while ago, and I'm actually pretty excited for that.
It looks very good.
Yeah.
I might have to pick that one up.
Might have to pick up a PS5.
Yeah, honestly.
That one looks pretty cool. There isn't too many details about it, but just based off of what they've done with other Wolverine games in the past, I think a newer version with different, with just a whole different, RPG-esque sort of side to it would be really cool.
Did you ever play X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Dude, Hugh Jackman in that game. Honestly, I think that the story in that game was better than the movie.
Dude, and that game was brutal.
It was brutal.
That game was nothing like the movie.
Dude, I want that to be the canon version of that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Can we make a movie version of the video game that's based on the movie?
Hugh Jackman, come back. And then Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2. Oh, I'm so excited. We don't know much about this game.
We don't.
We really don't, but it's a Spider-Man game. Am I not going to buy it? What's going on here? I have multiple Spider-Man pop figures. I have freaking Spider-Man costume in my closet right now. I'm going to buy it. I'm just looking forward to a sequel of one of my favorite video games of all time. And yeah.
Dude, what do you think they're going to do about the whole New York thing? Because what the Arkham games did was they started out small, and they built up to the last one was you got to explore all of Gotham City.
Yeah.
The first Spider-Man game gave us all of New York, and then they kind of just did a winter version of that for Miles Morales. So what do you think they're going to do about that for Spider-Man 2 to keep it interesting?
I don't know.
New York doesn't change that much, generally speaking.
Do you know what'd be really cool?
Huh.
Time travel. Spider-Man Noir.
Ooh, that would be sick.
That'd be so funny.
In Spider-Man 2099?
2020, but yeah, exactly.
Yo,
I would have played Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Dude, imagine like a Spider-Man Into the Multiverse video game.
Dang. I'd be down.
That would sell so many copies.
Make it dual platform.
Yeah, you guys want to get on that, please? Sony, please?
Please.
Yeah.
And also, like, in the sequel, like, Venom's gonna... I mean, he looks like he's gonna be the big bad guy.
Yeah.
But also, from the ending of the original Spider-Man game, we kind of got, like, a Hobgoblin tease sort of thing.
I thought the Hobgoblin was gonna happen in No Way Home. And they kind of teased it.
They teased it.
They teased it with the Ned Goblin.
With the Ned Goblin thing. That was so funny, actually.
I probably won't turn to a bad guy and kill you.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Spider-Man in the background just giving him a
bad thumbs up.
Oh, Andrew.
God. Oh, that's such a good movie.
Dude, if they did, like, an Into the Spider-Verse video game, and they brought all the Spider-Man, like, actors into it to, like, have the skins of their Spider-Man. Yeah.
I would buy. Well, you can't buy.
I would just spend a lot more money to buy PlayStation. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, that game looks dope. I think you get to play, like Spider-Man 2, I think you get to play as Miles Morales as well, and Peter Parker. Do you think they're going to kill off Peter Parker at some point in that universe?
Yes. They have to.
I think they do.
They would have to, because Spider-Man's going to get to an age where he's going to get grizzled and, like, vengeful and not pull his punches. And I think they kind of hinted at, like, killing him, because Peter Parker doesn't have anyone left, really, other than MJ. And we kind of see that with, like, Into the Spider-Verse, where Spider-Man dies. Like, the first actual Peter Parker dies.
Yeah. Chris Pine Peter Parker. And I think that, like, if they kill him off, I think that we have to do it really well. Yeah.
You can't just kill off Spider-Man. You would have to, like, make him sacrifice himself or something. You can't just shoot him with a gun.
Sacrifice himself for Miles.
Yeah, I think that would be the main part. And then that can be the driving force for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Imagine how bully it would be. First 10 minutes of the game, they kill Spider-Man.
Dang.
Like...
That'd be wild, actually.
That would be so fun.
Yeah. Dude, that'd actually be kind of insane.
Yeah.
Dang. Well.
Anyways, Ash, anything else?
I think I'm good.
Fun little episode. I'm good as well.
Cool.
Guys, we're gonna have a couple more episodes out this week.
Yeah.
We're gonna record one. Ashton, I have an idea for an episode that we should record right after we do this one.
Okay.
And it's what I've been wanting to do for a while, because I listened to something yesterday and I'm like, yeah, we gotta do the episode now.
Okay.
You know what it is. Alright, guys, until next time, I'm Nat.
And I'm Ashton.
And we are the Nerds in Flannel.
Peace.